Hi, my name's Pam Ross and I own Slew.
Screw it. I'm going to do it.
All right, Natalie, are we ready or what?
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Here.
Were they ready?
He's only going to be patient for so long. Hey, he looks freaking adorable. Doesn't he? And you look comfortable. Wow.
All right, tell me about Lobo.
Lobo is a 20-year-old thoroughbred. He has cancer in his tail, but animal control found him at a junkyard, and he had some issues. But they took him in, and he was half starved when they found him.
Is a thoroughbred one of the kind of horses that was used for the Pony Express?
Yes, it was.
And what are some of the strengths of a thoroughbred and what are some of the weaknesses as far as being used for galloping at high rates of speed?
They have very powerful muscles, and they're the fastest horse. But the horse's legs is just their back leg. Hey, Mr. Sassy.
It's because Star came over.
Their back leg has no bone, right?
No.
But it has muscle and tendon.
That's correct. Their legs are made up of only bone and tendon. There are no muscles in what we consider the legs. All the muscles are in the body of the horse. Okay, got it.
Hi, I'm Julia. I've been working here at Save the Horses for a year now, but I've been involved with horses most of my life. I'm 16, and here we've got 3 different cases of founder. Foundering is when they eat too much nutrients and protein from the grass or hay, and it causes their feet to
Develop infections, really.
Yeah, I don't remember the proper. It's an infection, but basically it's to the point where they can't walk, and their frog comes out, which is part of their. It helps support. She's got all kinds of stuff. That's what I was looking at.
How do you treat it? What kind of things, like, what is this horse's name and what do you have to do? What has been done for her to try to treat her case of founder?
This is Dixie. She's a ex-race horse, and
which is a kind of thoroughbred?
Yeah, she's a thoroughbred, and she has a severe case of founder to where she cannot walk, and if she can, it's very slow and she stumbles a lot. The best way to cure it is just to keep it clean and keep her stay rested, stay off her feet. That's what she's doing here. She's sunning and enjoying the nice weather, but at the same time, her feet are healing.
And now she's looking at you as she lifted her head up.
Oh wow, that's gross. Actually, his feet are looking a little better.
Because there's, how can you tell? Because they're not as smushy?
No, it's not as soft. It's actually really hard.
So that part that's called the frog. Would you point out the parts of the foot and where the shoes would have gone? Although the old time days, they really didn't put shoes on the
They had
horses.
shoes for some horses, but it was more of a, when you're higher up in society, I guess you could say. But see, his frog's actually, even though there's still a good bit of dirt, it's starting to recover right here.
So tell a little bit
Easy.
about the where the infections generally start and why is it dangerous?
Easy boy, it's okay.
Good boy, Patch.
Most of the time, the infection starts down in this crevice. It's when they have easy boy. See, it's so really sensitive. It starts with thrush, which is where the hoof is not properly taken care of, and it has a lot of moist hay and dirt, and it basically builds up an infection. And then from that, if it's not treated properly, it turns into founder, or no, it doesn't turn into founder. But founder is kind of another case. Thrush and founder go together to some degree.
So in the wild, if you were in the Wild West, how would you have tried to keep the horse's foot as healthy as possible? What would they probably have had access to? To just literally brushing it out and
the most
soaking
they could
it?
have done would have been picking it out, making sure there's no dirt or rocks or anything in it, and just keeping it clean.
This is Star. He's a show horse, but a mule bit his ear off, and they didn't want him anymore. But the horse farm wanted him because they still thought he was pretty.
How much was he when he was first purchased as a show horse?
He won thousands of dollars.
And he was cost how much?
$100,000.
That's right.
Hey, Star. This is another thoroughbred, a type of horse that was used in the Pony Express. His name is Quinn, and he's owned by Miss Elisa. He's very sweet, but his friend Easy Breeze died about a year ago.
And how big is Bravo?
He weighs about 2,000 pounds.
And what does a typical horse like Diesel is coming beside you? What does he weigh?
He weighs around 1,500 pounds, and he weighs almost twice more.
And
This horse, Diesel, is a pinto, which is a type of horse that the Pony Express used.
Which are faster? The very large draft horse on the right of you, the black and white one, or the brown and white one, the pinto? Which would be faster?
He would be faster. Diesel here would be faster because look, Bravo here carries a lot more weight than Diesel does, and Diesel would be faster because he doesn't have to lug all that weight around.
And which of the two kind of horses did the Native Americans use, and were their horses?
The Indians used him because they thought he was pretty. They would paint him and put hand marks with paint on him, and he would look very pretty, but he'd have paint on him. Hey, this is Jackson, another pinto. They were used in Pony Express, but this horse right here, he will not run for anything. He's so lazy he wouldn't run for a carrot. But
Tell me what's unusual about Jackson's face.
Jackson,
He's eating, so just tell
he
me.
has one blue eye and one brown eye. Come on, can you open your eyes?
He said the sun's in him. He actually has them closed.
This one is the blue eye and this one's the brown eye. But he used to be a stallion, and which means he was not fixed, so he could father other baby horses.
And tell me how his body is different from a race horse. Look at his body. And
Thoroughbred is much taller and has a little bit longer legs, but thoroughbreds still have small legs.
so which one would be less prone to injury?
Him. he would be less prone to injury because he's stockier, but thoroughbreds race, they're for a living, thoroughbreds race, but sadly, very, very many of them die they get injured and die because they run it so fast. But the Pony Express, they ran for up to 15 miles as fast as they could, while thoroughbreds these days only race about 1 mile as fast as they could, and still get injured. So Pony Express horses could have gotten injured much, much easier.
And who's coming up behind you? Isn't that just a pony?
That's just Flash the pony. He's probably one of the fattest ponies here.
And why is it dangerous for a pony to be fat?
Because they could get a foot disease like founder or thrush, like Julia was saying, and they could not be able to walk, so they would just lie down, and horses can give up the will to live, so they would just die.
To finish the saying, a down horse is a
Dead horse.
and here's another racehorse coming up. Tell us his name and about him.
This is RC. His name, it stands for Red Coat, but he is a thoroughbred, and you can see the difference between RC, the thoroughbred, and Flash, the pony. He's much taller, has longer legs, and is built much skinnier. The ponies are built with much more fat on them, while thoroughbreds like him, he's built with skinnier so he can run. This is Muffin Man. He's a half Mustang, a type of horse that was used in the Pony Express. He's very, very shy, so we will not let him get near.
And you can see how different his body type is compared to the thoroughbred. He has a much stockier, shorter body than the racehorse, also known as the thoroughbred.